All right, thanks everyone for joining us today. We'll get started with Sam Gagner. Please let us know if you'd like to ask a question. We'll start with Clean St. James.
Sam, I know the opponent obviously has something to do with games, but what do you see as a difference between Saturday when you played a tight game, were in it, and arguably should have won, and Sunday when?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the chances we gave up were, the high quality chances, and they're a team that plays with a lot of pace, and I think we need to do a better job early on of taking away those grade A chances by getting above pucks and making sure that we're back checking the way we can and just staying above people. And then I think after that, you can't let how the game's going and what the score is affect your mindset and how you're playing. We need to do a better job of kind of reining those games in and finding a way to fight our way back into it. And I think there's times this year where we've done an incredible job of that and continue to fight. And we need to find that. I think our group is everyone cares a lot, and I think when you go through stretches like this, it wears on guys, and you need to find ways to build your confidence back up and keep pushing for something. And that's where our mindset has to be.
Do players have a meeting after something like Sunday, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll kind of keep that amongst the players and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, we talk a lot as a group at different times of the year about how we're going to have success, and we realize games like that can't happen, and we need to be better. And I think to a man, we all understand that, and excited to get going tomorrow.
And Leslie, can you tell, is there a realization that although you are where you are in the standings, there's still a lot to be played for this past month of the season?
Yeah, I think it's something that you learn as you go along in this league, that perspective of, regardless of the situation or what's happening, there's always opportunity, and there's always a chance to get better and to improve and all those different types of things. And when you're you fall out of the playoff race, there needs to be that pushback of realizing what you're playing for, and I think everyone has a lot to play for in here, and we need to make sure that we're all doing it together and pushing forward together. And I do feel that this team has taken steps in a lot of different areas this year, and we need to continue to do that. We can't let it fall back. And if we're going to be a team that is a playoff team next year, you have to find ways to push forward and get yourself a little closer, so that when you come back next year, there's opportunity to keep pushing.
Answer, Con?
Yeah, Sam, mid-January, you guys were, I think, one game over 500, at least in the playoff conversation, 5 points back, I think, Boston. Just how do you get back to playing that way? What overall is what's gone wrong here this last?
Well, yeah, I think it speaks to mindset. That's your entire focus, is making the playoffs, right? That's why you play the game, is to be a playoff team. And you feel you're on the cusp and you're pushing, and then you fall out of it, and you have some injuries, and then trade deadline and all those different types of things. But the reality is, if you're going to be a playoff team going forward, and I've been through this some different years, and if you're going to improve and you're going to be a playoff team next year, you have to keep building. It's not just a scenario where you play out the string and you come back next year and things are good again. You have to find ways to keep pushing forward and keep growing as a group. And I felt for a lot of this year that we've done that, and we have to find it again. We have opportunity here. We have a bunch of games left here, and it's an opportunity to grow. And, that's the way we have to look at it.
When a team scores like a couple of goals, like back to back real quick, in a couple of these games that it's gotten away from you, what needs to happen from your group to respond to that adversity before things get really out of hand? What do you need to do after Pittsburgh scored a couple of quick goals in the second period?
Yeah, I mean, you got to pick yourself up. I mean, you still have a lot of hockey to play, and I think you need to, when you're on the ice, you need to feel confident and feel like you have opportunity to do to make a difference and push forward. I think we have a group in here that of guys that really care, and guys that want to have team success, and that's really important. And I think we just need to find a way to keep battling through those things. And regardless of what has happened the shift before or the game before or anything, you keep pushing forward, you keep playing. And there has to be a mindset, and it's something that we have to keep trying to build in here.
Thanks, Sam.
Max Boltman?
Sam, you mentioned the toll the trade deadline takes on guys like Dylan mentioned something about that for the game too. Was that maybe a bigger factor than maybe we would have realized?
Well, I mean, I think it's there's a lot of factors, and it's one of them. I mean, it's human nature. You can't use it as an excuse, but it's just that's the way it is, and a lot of teams go through it. And unfortunately, for this group, it's been a few years of that. Yeah, I mean, I think we saw some growth early in the year, and we felt like they're turning a corner, but it's and then it falls off a little bit. And I think it's an everyday league, and you got to keep pushing forward regardless of what's happened, if there's injuries, if there's trades, if there's if you lose a few games in a row, you keep trying to get better. And I think we have to find that. And I'm confident in our group and in our ability to respond, and just kind of looking forward to kind of seeing how we respond tomorrow and keep pushing forward.
So for like a young team, like how do you guys learn to kind of recover from a letdown overall on the course of the season?
I mean, certainly experience helps, as you go through your time in the league. And, it took me a while to figure it out as I was a younger player and gain that perspective. And, leaning on, kind of veteran players really helped me get through it. And, but yeah, certainly I think it's a tough thing to do. I mean, you put, everyone in that room has put everything in their life into being the best hockey player they can be. And when it doesn't, go the way you want, it hurts, but it's a great opportunity to learn and grow. And, adversity is always a great teacher. And I think we have to find a way to look at it that way, look at it as an opportunity for growth, as opposed to, doom and gloom. And, I think, yeah, I mean, that has to be our mindset going forward. And, I think we're learning that. Thanks.
John Neal?
You mentioned guys starts to wear on them, or you can see it. I mean, in what ways do you see that over the course of a long season, especially when you get a stretch like this? And you see it more with younger guys, or are there ways you can? Well,
I mean, I don't think it's just exclusive to younger players. I mean, I feel it too at different times. And I think it's there's different personalities, and guys handle things different ways. I think over the years, personally, I've gotten better at handling those things. And I think a lot of our younger players, it'll be the same thing. I mean, it's a really hard league, and it's an unforgiving league. And we go into buildings, the teams are trying to get points, and they're every game's important. So yeah, I mean, it's a growth process. And I think the biggest thing for our group is everyone cares so much. And we have some really good people in that room. So, you know, I'm confident in the group, and I'm confident we'll work our way out of it. And just looking forward to the last stretch here to see kind of what we're made of.
You've been through this before in other places with other coaches, but particularly in this case, what do you see from Blash and how he reacts to a game like this?
Mhm. I think Blash has done a great job of keeping us prepared and engaged, and trying to focus on ways to help us improve. I mean, you know, as players, you know, we've talked about it, just kind of human nature, everything that's gone on. We need to do a better job as players of fighting through that and getting better. But I think the coaching staff has done a great job of keeping us prepared all year and helping our mindset. And you know, we got to keep pushing forward together.
Last question, Kevin Allen.
Yeah, Sam, I just kind of wanted to follow up on some of the questions already been asked. You know, you've made it pretty clear that you guys know intellectually that eventually you're going to get out of this. I mean, you've played good games together in the past.
Mhm.
But I was wondering, like, when you play like such a strong game Saturday, I mean, do you have a feeling coming, okay, well, we've got it together now, we figured it out, or do you need like multiple games like that in a row in order to get that confidence that you need? Like, how does that work?
Well, I mean, you need to do it every night. I think I don't know if I felt confident. I think our group felt confident going into the game in Pittsburgh, and you know, they score a few early off of you know, mistakes, and they're a good team as well. But you know, I think we let our game slip because of, you know, what the score is and how it's going. And you know, it's a situation where regardless of what happens the shift before, you have to keep pushing forward. And you know, I think, you know, we've had those discussions, and you know, we're learning on the fly, and we just got to keep building that. And like I said, I'm confident in our group and how we're going to respond, and just looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Thanks, Sam.
All right, those are all the questions we had for Sam. We got short of Coach Blash.